Good morning and a very warm welcome. You are watching Janata Television and this is the English Bulletin with me, Sushant. The top stories first. Prime Minister Oli holds meeting with ministers. Internal rift within the ruling party shows no sign of abating. NCP meeting postponed until tomorrow. Top leaders fail to reach a common understanding. Coronavirus claims 2 more lives in Nepal. Number of infection reaches 15,491. India coronavirus cases hit a record high. Monsoon rains aggravate the fragile situation. And race for top 4 position in Premier League heats up. Leicester City maintain their hold on 3rd position. And now the news in detail. Prime Minister KP Sharma Odi held discussions with his cabinet ministers in Balwatar yesterday. PM Odi had summoned ministers and state ministers at his official residence yesterday evening after a meeting with the President in the afternoon. Prime Minister Odi paid a visit to President Vidya Devi Bhandari to solve the internal rift within the ruling Nepal Communist Party widened in the recent days. Analysts are observing the high-profile meetings with great interest. The NCP is facing crisis following a controversial remark by PM Oli last Sunday. He had said during a public function that conspiracy is rife in toppling the government. He had suggested a role of India and his own party leaders in the conspiracy. His statement was severely criticized within the party and even resulted in postponement of the Standing Committee meeting. The Standing Committee meeting of the ruling Nepal Communist Party has been postponed due to the internal rift within the party. The Standing Committee meeting scheduled for yesterday morning has been postponed until tomorrow after the leaders failed to narrow down their differences. The Standing Committee meeting, which started on June 24th to discuss the MCC grant agreement, coronavirus issue and to review the government's performance, has not entered into the main agenda yet. The party is on the verge of splitting due to a standoff between chairman duo of KP Sharma Oli and Pushpa Kamal Dahal. Party leaders have met with the chairman duo personally, requesting the leadership to exercise maximum restraint. The leaders have pointed out to the need of a new understanding to maintain unity within the party.
तर्क चाहिँ यसरी उठेका छन्। मलाई जहाँसम्म लाग्छ हिजो बेलुकी आज बिहानसम्म आइपुग्दाखेरि दुवै अध्यक्ष निकै गम्भीर हुनुभएको छ। अस्तिभन्दा निकै गम्भीर हुनुभएको छ। पार्टीलाई टुटफुट विभाजनको निम्ति हामीले जसरी तपाईहरुले एकता गर्न घोषणा गर्नुभयो आँट गरेर यो बेलामा चाहिँ अतिवादबाट जोगिएर पार्टीको एकतालाई बचाउनको निम्ति फेरि आँट गर्नुस्, हामी तयार छौं भनेका छौं।
The first 2 days of the Standing Committee meeting went ahead smoothly. However, the meeting suffered one after another setback as new situations unfolded. Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli's remark during the birth anniversary of NCP leader Madan Bhandari on June 28th became a turning point. Oli had publicly said that India is making an attempt to topple his government by conspiring with some leaders. Following the remark, the Standing Committee meeting did not enter into the main agenda as leaders got engaged in trade or pubs.
अहिले स्थगित भएको स्थायी समिति मार्फत पार्टीमा देखा परेका यी सबै समस्याहरूलाई समाधान गरेर चाहिँ देशभरि पार्टी पंक्तिलाई उत्साहित गर्ने कुराको लागि यो 2 दिनको समय सही रूपमा सदुपयोग होस्, नेताहरूको बीचमा व्यापक बहस होस्, अन्तर्क्रिया होस्, छलफल होस्।
Party leaders informed that the Standing Committee meeting has been postponed to resolve the issues between the chairman duo. Coronavirus has claimed the lives of 2 more persons in the country. According to the Ministry of Health and Population, a 44-year-old man from Palungtar 7 of Gorkha has become the latest victim of the disease. He died yesterday morning while undergoing treatment in Gorkha. The victim had returned home from Qatar a few days ago on July 1st. He was kept in quarantine in Palungtar. His swab sample was collected last Thursday and sent for tests. The results came out positive yesterday. By the time he had already succumbed to the disease. The victim was a diabetic patient and was admitted to the Gorkha District Hospital after he contracted pneumonia. Coronavirus infection complicated his condition, which he could not cope with. Likewise, a 75-year-old man from Rupandehi also died of coronavirus. Government authorities confirmed yesterday. He was also suffering from tuberculosis and was undergoing treatment at Kathmandu-based TU Teaching Hospital. He died on Thursday while undergoing treatment. With this, the death toll from coronavirus has climbed to 34 in the country.
जिल्ला रूपन्देही देवदह नगरपालिका ठेगाना भएका 75 वर्षीय पुरुष 14 गते त्रिवी शिक्षण अस्पतालमा भर्ना भई क्षयरोगको उपचाररत बिरामीको गत आषाढ 17 गते त्रिवी शिक्षण अस्पतालमा मृत्यु भएको छ। निजको कोरोना पुष्टि आषाढ 18 गते भएको थियो। मृत्यु हुनेको संख्या 34 पुगेको छ।
The Health Ministry confirmed 232 new cases of coronavirus yesterday. The total number of infection in the country has reached 15,491. Meanwhile, 6,415 persons have recovered from the disease and returned home. At present, more than 33,000 persons have been kept in quarantine facilities across the country. Similarly, the number of persons undergoing treatment in isolation stands at 9,042. People across the country celebrate the Teachers' Day today as per the Hindu tradition. On this day, students felicitate their teachers and pay respect to them. This day is celebrated every year as per the lunar calendar on the full moon day in the 3rd month of Nepali year. Teacher is considered as someone who leads the student from darkness to light. Teacher is highly appreciated in the Nepali society as the knowledge imparted by teacher helps the students distinguish between right and wrong. In the Eastern philosophy, teacher is compared to the trinity of gods, the creator, the preserver and the destroyer. In the Nepali society, teachers are highly revered and considered as the form of God, just like parents. This is Janata Bulletin. We'll be right back after a short break. Welcome back after the break. We continue with other national news. A landslide in Bajang has buried 6 persons while 1 remains missing since the incident on Friday night. 4 persons from a single family were killed during the late-night incident at Kedar Siu village in the district. The deceased have been identified as 42-year-old Rammati Devi Jethara, her 16-year-old daughter Shanti, 11-year-old son Prayag and 7-year-old daughter Asmita. Police informed that their bodies were recovered from the incident site on Saturday morning. Likewise, 80-year-old Dali Jethara and 15-year-old Santu also died in the landslide. Meanwhile, police are searching for 20-year-old Girija Jethara, who is missing since the incident. The locals of Bajang informed that the landslide also buried a large number of cattle. Floods in various rivers in Kailali have caused water deluge in the eastern part of the district. The District Police Office Kailali informed that some houses in Bhajani Municipality, Bardagoria Rural Municipality, Josipur Rural Municipality and Ghodagodi Municipality were inundated. More than 20 houses from Rajipur and Fariand, wards 3 and 4 of Josipur Rural Municipality have been flooded by rising water levels in Khana River. Similarly, 16 houses in Baskoti Ward 9 of Bardagoria were flooded by rising water levels in Ghaila River. Furthermore, some more houses in Ward 1 and 3 of Bhajani municipality have also been flooded. The area police office has informed that the details of the people living in the flooded areas are being collected. Police and local farmers of Khokana in Lalitpur district clashed yesterday over the land acquired by the government for building fast-track road. The police stopped the farmers from planting paddy in the land acquired by the government to create a fast-track road to Nijgarh from Kathmandu. Tension spread in the Khokana area after police used force to stop the farmers from planting the paddy. The police had to fire a couple of rounds of tear gas shells to bring the situation under control. The police informed that the clash ensued after the locals started planting paddy on the government-acquired land. However, the farmers said they have not received any compensation for their lands. The locals said they stood against the police to stop the government authority from destroying cultural heritage sites in the name of development.
आदिवासी नेवारहरूको जुन आफ्नो भूमिको प्री एक्जिस्टिङ राइट्सहरू छ यो सबै भूमिमाथिको अधिकार हामी राइट्सहरू हो तर गभर्नमेन्टले एट द सेम टाइम के गरेको छ भने 5-6 वटा विकासका परियोजनाको नाउँमा यस्तो हेर्नु चाहिँ यस्तो हराभरा यस्तो उर्वरा भूमिलाई चाहिँ टोटली डिस्ट्रोय गरे विनाश गर्ने चाहिँ हिसाबले जसरी आएको छ हामी त्यसको विरोध गरिरहेका छौँ। यो खोना भनेको 3000 वर्ष अगाडिको एउटा सम्पदा हो एउटा सभ्यता हो एउटा नेवा सभ्यता हो र नेवाको मूल जडो नै हाम्रो यहाँ खोनामा गाडिएको छ।
The farmers also came out to protest to allow them to use their land for cultivation and planting crops. People from various parts of the valley went to Khokana and started plantations as a sign of protest. The locals have been protesting against the government's decision to construct the outer ring road, Kathmandu-Tarai fast track and Mata Tirtha Bhaktapur 132 kV transmission line. And now the news from the economic front. Chandragiri Hills Limited, which has been providing service to domestic as well as international tourists, has claimed it can reopen its services to the public in the prescribed 50% capacity by the government. The private sector has been demanding the reopening of services with the stipulated 50% capacity. Stakeholders added that the industries should be allowed to reopen only if they adhere to the protocol prescribed by the World Health Organization and the Nepal government. Director of the Chandragiri Hills Limited, Hem Raj Takal, informed about the safety and health precautions that have been implemented at Chandragiri and added that it is ready to reopen to tourists even at 50% capacity. The company is to release special package for its customers. On an average, Chandragiri Hills provides its services to at least 10,000 tourists, both international and domestic. Time for a short break here at Janata Bulletin. Stay tuned for international news. Welcome back, and now the international news. India recorded its highest single-day spike in coronavirus cases on Saturday with over 22,000 new cases and 442 deaths. According to Reuters, infections rose in the western and southern parts of the country amid heavy monsoon rains. The western state of Maharashtra, home to the densely packed financial capital Mumbai, has the country's highest total, recording to 6,364 fresh cases on the virus on Saturday and 198 deaths. India has the fourth most confirmed cases in the world, exceeding 640,000 on Saturday. According to the Health Ministry data, Only the United States, Brazil and Russia have higher infections than India. Officials in Mumbai warned residents to stay away from the coast as heavy rains were predicted for the next 48 hours. The monsoons typically cause waterlogging in many parts of the city and could scuttle coronavirus containment efforts by causing a further rise in infection numbers, experts say. In the southern state of Tamil Nadu, the second worst hit state in India, the number of cases crossed 100,000. India had imposed one of the world's harshest lockdowns in March to control the virus spread, but it has been eased in phases to recent weeks to restart economic activity. Iran has warned of retaliation against any country that carries out cyber attacks on its nuclear sites, Reuters reported. According to the news agency, the head of civilian defense made such remarks after a fire at its Natanz plant, which Iran believes to have been caused by cyber sabotage. The Natanz uranium enrichment site, much of which is underground, is one of the several Iranian facilities monitored by inspectors of the International Atomic Energy Agency, the UN nuclear watchdog. Iran's top security body said on Friday that the cause of incident at its nuclear site had been determined, but it would be announced at a convenient time due to security considerations. You are watching Janata Bulletin, and now the latest from the world of sports. The race for the Premier League top 4 places has started to heat up as the season reaches its conclusion. Leicester City maintained their grasp on the third place as they beat Crystal Palace by 3-0. Star striker Jamie Vardy reached the milestone of 100 goals in the Premier League yesterday as he scored 2 late goals for the Foxes to seal their win. Kelechi Iheanacho scored the other goal. High-flying Manchester United put 5 past Bournemouth City as they push for a top 4 finish. Youngster Mason Greenwood scored a brace as Rashford, Martial and Bruno Fernandes all scored a goal each. The win took Manchester United to the 4th place, albeit only for a short while. The game ended 5-2 as Bournemouth scored 2 insignificant goals. Chelsea retained their claim to the 4th place late last night as they defeated Watford by 3-0. Olivier Giroud, Willian and Ross Barkley all scored a goal each for Chelsea as Frank Lampard's side kept up their fight for the coveted 4th place. The biggest losers yesterday were Wolverhampton Wanderers, who lost to Arsenal 2-0. Wolves, who started the day level on points with Manchester United, lost to Arsenal and are pushed to 6th place, 3 points behind the Red Devils. Bukayo Saka and Alexander Lacazette scored for Arsenal as the Gunners moved to 7th place, 3 points behind Wolves. With 6 games to go, Leicester City are 3rd on the table with 58 points, while Chelsea are 4th with 57 points, followed closely by Manchester United on 5th place with 55 points. The 6th and the 7th place are currently held by Wolves and Arsenal with 52 and 49 points respectively. Robert Lewandowski passed 50 goals for the season as Bayern Munich beat Bayern Leverkusen to win the record 20th German Cup and 13th domestic double. David Alaba's free kick put the German champions ahead and Serge Gnabry added a second before Lewandowski's long-range shot was fumbled in by Lucas Radecki. Seven Bender's header gave Leverkusen hope, but Lewandowski's delicate dink put the result beyond doubt. Kai Havertz scored a penalty with the last kick for Leverkusen as the game ended 4-2. Bayern Munich have set a new record of 26 games unbeaten, only drawing once in the run since December. Their run of 17 straight wins is also a Bayern record. Leverkusen's reputation as Germany's nearly men continues. They have lost a Champions League final, 3 German Cup finals and finished Bundesliga runners-up 5 times since winning their only 2 major trophies, the UEFA Cup in 1988 and the German Cup in 1993. Neither side's season is finished yet as Munich, chasing a treble, face Chelsea in the Champions League last 16 next month as Leverkusen face off against Rangers in Europa League last 16 clash. We are at the end of Janata Bulletin and the headlines once again. Prime Minister Ori holds meeting with ministers. Internal rift within the ruling party shows no sign of abating. NCP meeting postponed until tomorrow. Top leaders failed to reach a common understanding. Coronavirus claims 2 more lives in Nepal. Number of infection reaches 15,491. India coronavirus cases hit record high. Monsoon rains aggravate the fragile situation. And race for top 4 position in Premier League heats up. Leicester City maintain their hold on the 3rd place. And that's all from the English News Desk for today. You can follow Janata Television and our programs on various social media platforms, including on our website JanataSamachar.com. We urge all our viewers to follow healthy hygienic practices to keep safe from any infection. Keep watching Janata Television. Namaste.